Okay. I think it depends. I think you're either going to see 2 or 3 stops. Me and Grim split the strategy. I went 3 and he went 2, so it can go either way. I think it's also going to depend if you're stuck in traffic as well, because that sort of track is very difficult to overtake on.
Absolutely. We can hear you loud and clear on the stream. That's good.
And don't ask me to predict a winner, because I don't know.
Fair enough.
It's going to be very much one of them races. Bit like the Formula 1 earlier today.
What, 7 DNFs? Wow.
Yeah,
Did
that
not
was
expect
that was lively.
Very lively.
Oh, is this the race start?
It is. Right, guys.
Oh,
So, thanks for joining us again. This is the final race of the GTS season. Second tier. The first race has already begun. Default have taken the team championship, and Shane has secured his first driver championship here in OFR. So we've got, I believe, 12 drivers on the grid today. As soon as it shows, I'll read them all out to you very quickly. We've got Figgy, Markov, Bogrovsky, BJ Robbo, Phil, Shador, Platypus, Havoc, Race Today, Astro, Tom, Castle, VR, and Michael Howe, a new guy. We're racing around the Outer Loop Tokyo Expressway. Is that the track?
Something like that.
I can never remember the order of the words, but we're here. You've got Dr. Robot and Ash with us in the commentary box. Let's hope we have as good a race as we did the first time round. I'm going to be riding on board with the Rod and Pollux of Figgy as a reserve driver today. Very nice to see Figgy. He actually got a pretty decent getaway as well. He's leading already by about half a second as he go into turn 1. Let's hope they can all keep it clean. He's avoided the wall, he has, and he's managed to get through unscathed. Now we've got Shador spinning in the Rich Energy Golden Arrows. I'm going to jump down to see what's going on at the back. Is he all the way down in last now? No, he's not. We've still got Michael Ho. The other... Oh, he's in a Rod and Pollux as well. Is that another reserve driver you have there?
That's Mick. He is the Rod and Pollux that you see commenting.
Got you.
That's Mick. He was offered a chance through the week, and I'm very, very pleased he has taken the opportunity to race.
Great. Has he been racing GTS a while, or is this first
He has. He's been racing it a while. This is the first time he's been racing OFR. He just needs to focus. I've just said to him, just focus on racing and just focus on getting the finish. It's as simple as that for him.
Yeah. We're just watching. Oh, Shador's left already. That's not good to see. As we're just watching Figgy hit the wall, just like that, as he goes through turn 10, picks up a 1.5 second penalty for hitting the wall so fastly, and obviously gaining a little bit of an advantage there. Bogrovsky was actually looking down the inside as they went through the chicanes at 6, 7, and 8, and he looks like he's challenging him again now. Figgy's just a 10th ahead.
Side by side between OFR, Havoc and Mark.
Oh, the spin! Oh, we got another car spinning. It's the Buck and Calls. I'm not quite sure who it was, but I'll stick with these guys for now because they also close Havoc, grinding the wall there and getting overtaken by Tom. And now he's come into contact with his teammate Racer Tay. Very scruffy through turns 2 and 3 there. Spinorama were, and now Spinorama are getting challenged by the Buck and Calls of Phil Babbage as well. Phil looking. Phil's almost spun Havoc. So the only good thing about this track is that if you do start to spin, the wall can actually save you. That's one good thing.
It's also surprisingly easy to hit the wall. It's easier than a lot of people think. Mm-hmm. It's such a hard track to actually master. It really is, because it is just full commitment. Yeah, every single lap.
And you can see that too, because these drivers, you can see through the wing screen or through the cockpit cam that they're doing so many corrections on the steering wheel going into and out of the corner. They need to nail it perfectly. Who is it?
Figgy. I'm just busy watching the lead battle. Figgy's just bouncing in between walls.
2.9
bit like
seconds.
A pinball. Bit like a pinball.
There goes Tom. Sorry to interrupt you there, but Tom drops down all the way to 8th place. Let's watch the replay because I'm not actually sure what happened there. I can't see where he is. Was it Tom? Yeah, it was. He's down in 10th place now. Right, so captured the replay. Let's see. So they were going through the final corner. They're through that okay. Oh, and he gets a bit of a pit maneuver by Racer Tay there. He spins as they're going past the pit straight, and that drops him all the way down to 10th place. I'm not sure who was at fault there. Not sure if Tom kind of steered into Racer Tay, but he's down in 10th place.
Ed Astro's up to second. Astro's up to second and Racer Tay's up to third.
Racer Tate's doing a pretty decent job for Spinorama. We've got Lika, Max, Jan, Tim, and a few other new guys. I won't scroll up at the moment because this is too intense. Oh, we've got a little bit of contact from Astro. Goes down to 5th. He gets shoved in from the back as well by a Bok and Cause, and he's now down in 4th. And he's got Castle approaching him as well with a 2.7 second penalty. Not a good chicane section. 6, 7, and 8 for Astro there.
I don't know quite what happened there. Whether he was taking out what, didn't quite see it.
Racer Tate's now challenging Figgy for the top spot. He's got the inside line as they're going into turn 1. They're side by side. All he needs to do is brake a little bit later, and he's got him. Figgy actually closes the door nice and early though, and he stayed ahead. That was a risky move from Figgy there. Racer Tate is eager to overtake him as quick as possible. You can tell that Racer Tate has a lot more pace actually than Figgy does right now.
It's just a case of defending your lane. If you can sit in the middle of the track, you can defend very, very simply. Oh, there's an inside move. It's almost 3 abreast for the lead. BJ Robbo's in the lead.
He's taken advantage of those two squabbling, hasn't he? Look at him moving up into first place in that Rich Energy Golden Arrows car there. That is exactly what you need to do. Have patience while other people are scuffling on track. As Vilsek gets pushed a little bit wide there. Oh, Racer Tate's down in... Oh, it's Racer Tate, sorry. Racer Tate's down in 4th place now. I'm getting confused with the Spinorama drivers here.
It's side by side. It's just all action. I can now sit and enjoy this instead of being in the middle of the drama.
I know, it's really great to watch. Now, this pack has not broken away as much as the first tier did. We saw gaps arising. We saw at least 4 groups after the first 5 laps, but right now we're only split into 2 groups. We've got a big battle going on for first place, let's not forget. And then a bit further down, we've got a battle going on for 7th.
I'm busy watching Astro and Figgy, actually, for 2nd place. Astro's into 2nd. Racer Tate and Figgy are side by side.
Yeah, Racer Tate does not want to let Figgy get that position back. He's pushing him extremely hard right now. Good job, Robbo, first of all, for taking advantage of this situation. He's pulling away slightly.
Yes.
He's 1.4 seconds ahead, and Castle goes into the wall.
Side by side. Racer Tate's up the 3rd. Oh, there's been a contact, Figgy and Castle. Oh my goodness! Wow! It's like allowing feeding time at the zoo here. It's just absolutely everybody.
It really is. There's so much. I don't know what to say. I'm not sure who to follow. There's too many people battling each other right now.
I'm trying to keep a track of everything. It's just impossible.
So, Racer... Right, I'm going to stick with Racer Tate right now, because although Astro's ahead of him, Astro does have a 2.3 second penalty. I'm not sure if it's going to be wise to... Oh, I can hear a bit of an echo. Do you have the YouTube stream on?
Yeah, I'm just turning it down now.
Okay.
I'm just turning it down.
Yeah, so
just so I can keep my comments.
Yeah, no worries. Racer Tate's actually behind Astro, but Astro's got a penalty. Moving back down, Figgy is still battling. He's been battling this entire race, defending, more than attacking. But now he's getting battled by both Tag Her Phoenix Race Labs of Tom, and Havoc's just taken Castle. Havoc has taken Castle. He's spinning slightly, he's hit the wall, and I'm not sure if Castle did a pit maneuver on him then. Oh no, what is happening? Everyone from 5th down to 9th has a penalty, I think. Havoc's got 4 seconds.
It has a feeling of an end of season where it's literally just gloves off and just an all-out battle.
Yeah, there's a big battle going on in the actual driver championship for like 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th as well, and all these drivers are fighting for it. So this is why they want to finish ahead. This is why we have so many people just, like you said, taking their gloves off and bringing it straight to the ring right now. It's absolutely crazy.
Meanwhile, Astro's battling BJ Robbo for 1st.
And we see a few guys in the pits. We've got Racer Tate, Havoc, and Phil Babbage all in the pits right now. That's both Spinoramas pitting. Maybe they're looking to do something on the strategy here since they can't get past because it's so hard to overtake around here. That'll be
a 3-stopper for sure.
Yeah, they're coming on lap 7. That's a quarter of the way. That's definitely too much.
That's a 3-stopper. If you get stuck in traffic around here, you need to just get out and clear out, because you can put your foot down round here, and in fresh tyres there is a definite difference, because the left hand side gets worn out a lot quicker than the right hand side.
Yeah, there's only what 3 left-handers around here that's going to wear the right tires or something like that. So it's constant pressure on the lefts, isn't it?
I'm only on the brakes about 3 times throughout the lap.
Wow, that's
something
amazing.
like that. 2 or 3 times. It's very, very minimal.
Oh, new guy Mike's getting into a bit of trouble with Havoc right now. Havoc's picked up another penalty. He's sliding through these corners. He's getting so much wall riding penalties, and Mike's actually overtaken Platypus right now as well. And Mike's looking to regain that position on Havoc.
Mick's doing okay at the minute. Actually, he's just keeping his nose clean, just getting into the race. That's all he needs to do for his first off. Figgy, Bobrovsky, Vriesen and Marker in the pits.
Right, got that. I'll keep an eye on them when they come out of the pits. But right now, Phil Babbage is engaged in the battle with VR. He's just overtaken him actually down the inside as they go into turn 1.
Oh,
as VR picks up a penalty
as well.
Oh no, what position is he in?
Last.
Oh, let's have a look. Oh, he's into the pit lane. Is he struggling to get into the pits? I think he might have hit the wall or something in the pit lane.
I don't know. It looked like he'd spun, but he's in the pit lane anyways.
Not great at all.
You can run the soft tires here as well, but I personally didn't like it. I felt like they slid too much.
We actually saw quite a lot.
Running soft.
Yeah, we saw quite a lot of drivers in the first race actually. Run the soft tyres in the middle stint. Just interesting, we got a comment from, I think that's... Wait, who's SJ? I can't quite remember who that is, but they said, watch out for Havoc. In party pre-race, he made threatening remarks to Platypus. Interesting. Let's see if these two come around together on track at some point. Platypus is already down in 13th, but Havoc's in 9th, so they are separated a fair bit. Let's hope that's just a rumour. They are. Definitely are.
BJ Robles in the pits.
Oh, Shane's joined the room as well. Maybe he's come to back up Astro to give him some race engineering whilst he's racing. Astro's still out in first place. 2.1 second penalty he has. He's defending first place from Tom at the moment. And look at Tom's rear left tyre. He's on the super softs and it's about 66% worn. He can't be getting around this track easily right now.
That will start to slide like no tomorrow.
He doesn't look like he's struggling too much with the rear of his car at the moment, though. Let's have a look as he comes around this fast right-hander at turn 5. His rear is stepping out a little, but not more than others, I don't think.
That's good car control, mind you.
He's drifting beautifully, actually. It's almost great to watch. I don't know how he's managing to do it. So it's currently Tag Her first team versus Team Default. Let's not forget Team Default have already wrapped up their constructors and driver championship, so well done to the guys in the first race, and of course these other guys who have been racing. And Tom's in. Okay, let's have a look. Tom comes in. Where is he going to come out? He's going to be quite far behind. Maybe he'll just come out in 4th place actually, depending on how much he refuels. He's refueling now. He did have a quarter of a tank left, so he won't be stationary for too long. He will get warped slightly as he starts to move out from the pits, but he's already down in 9th. He's going to come out in 8th or 9th, I think. There we go. Where does he come out? In 10th. He's come out in 10th place, right behind his teammate Castle.
No, he's come out 7th. He's come out a couple of seconds behind Bobrovsky.
And there's Havoc! There he is! We know there's always drama between Spinorama and Tag Her. And here comes Havoc, the 3.4 second penalty madman, about to overtake Tom. He's so much faster than him as well! He's so much faster!
This is just incredible racing.
Havoc is right on the back of him! Where has Havoc got this speed from? I do not know.
I'm just busy. I'm just going up the lead because I'm expecting some pit stops up at the top end any minute or two.
I'm gonna keep it on this battle with Havoc and Bills and Tom. Let me know if anything happens up ahead though, because I think Havoc's gonna be a bit impatient here. I can't speak. I think Havoc is gonna be a bit impatient. Right, Astro's in. There goes the race lead. Racer Tay has adopted first place. Provisionally, anyway.
Yeah, Racer Tay is going to be on a 3-stop, I reckon, and if Astro's pitting now, I reckon that's going to be a 2-stop.
So he's currently... Oh, he's probably going to come out ahead of this Tom and Havoc battle. They've just come around the final corner now. Has Tom come out? Yes, he has come out. He's come out ahead of them in 6th place. He's right ahead of them, though.
No, he's come out behind them.
He's come up, but Havoc's behind. Havoc's come out behind Tom. Oh.
Astro's come out behind Havoc and Tom.
I'm getting my names confused again. There we go. Astro's come out behind them. So I think what's happening is when they come out of the pits, it shuffles the order around a bit because they get warped to the end of the pit lane. I think that's what's going on. Yeah, but anyway, Havoc's still battling Tom, But Astro on this freshest super softs. Let's just compare their fuel. He does have a far heavier car at the moment as well. Astro does, so he will be slightly off pace until he gets that fuel down a bit. But
Bobrovsky's got a 7-second penalty in 5th place.
5th, but let's jump down to 5th. That's a record. We only saw it get to 5.8 seconds last race. It's currently 7 for Bog. Well done.
Honestly, nobody can underestimate how hard it is to not hit any barriers on this track. It's absolutely mental. But there's a canny battle going on for 2nd place.
I'm going to jump up to Phil then and see how he's getting on. He's also changed his name as well, look, to Phil Babbage OFR. Well done, mate. You've definitely jumped up my best friend list there.
It seems to be a bit of a battle through to 5th, a little bit spaced out, but that could change in a drop of a hat.
Yeah, no idea how Racete managed to get ahead by 11 seconds. I know he will have to pit soon. He's got about 2.5 laps of fuel left. But VR's doing a pretty good job in 3rd as well. What's Shane saying?
Shane's saying Default take highest penalty award.
Default are looking to get every award they possibly can this season. That's what it is. They don't just want the driver and team championship, they want the penalty championship too. Good job, Default.
Mind you, Platypus is trying hard in last place. He's got 6.4 seconds worth of penalties.
He's not far off, just 6/10 off at the moment.
They're trying to prove they're the Matt Letizia of penalties.
They are indeed. Right, I'm just going to jump. So everyone actually from 9th downwards, the last 5 drivers are actually quite spaced apart. The biggest battle right now is probably down from 2nd all the way to 8th place actually. There's a bit of a gap between 5th and 6th, but not a big one. And they're still battling, all of them. It
like I said, end of season, it just gloves off.
I'm really surprised to see Phil Babbage up in 2nd place in that Bock and Coles car, actually getting that team some much needed points for the team constructors. Everything below 1st place right now, but VR's doing a pretty decent job for BWT Racing as well, as a reserve driver right now.
Yes, Phil Babbage has just glanced the walk coming out of that right-hander. That's allowed VR just to close up a little bit more.
Bog's penalty is now down to 6.9.
There is only one place on this track you can really scrub penalties, because I only had one throughout that last race. It's in the final little chicane where you can just slow down a bit early and just press the brake and just ease off a couple of tenths per lap. That's only if you get a small penalty. If you get a large one, then, well, best of luck, I reckon.
But
Phil Babbage is in the pit lane.
Yeah, how many tenths can you save through that final chicane, though, if you do lift through there?
About a couple of tenths, about 2 or 3 tenths to the second. It's just gradual. It's just sort of lifting off a little bit earlier and just braking a little bit earlier, and just making sure you don't allow anyone else ahead of you.
I see.
So that's Phil Babbage in. He's going to have one more stop, I reckon, before the end of the race. And so's Bobrovsky. He's now got penalties of 6.8 seconds still.
Yeah, and I think you were right about the 3-stopper for Spinorama, because Racete has now got flashing fuel. He's running on empty, and his rear left is heated up, so he is going to be coming into the pits. Havoc, I think they pitted at the same time. Havoc's almost out of fuel as well, so he's going to want to pit as well. I'm just going to ride on board with Racete as he comes around the final corner into the pit entry. He's dived into the pit lane, and he's in the pit box.
Havoc and Astro are still battling for 5th place.
Yeah. Tom actually still has half a tank of fuel as well, whereas Havoc only has, well, less than a lap. So Tom's going to be able to go a lot longer. Might see a 2-stop from Tom, I'm not sure.
It's possible. It's possible. Havoc's now in the pit lane. So is Racete and VR as well.
Wow, a lot of pit stoppers then.
I think 2-stopper. The key is with the 3-stopper, you need to get into space to be able to catch up with the 2-stoppers. That's very much the key. If you get stuck behind someone, you've got to work hard to get past them.
Right, I see. I think we saw that in the race 1 actually, because although you did put up a pretty good defensive job, I think Shane was a little bit quicker, but it took him, I mean, you put up a great defence and it took him a good 5-6 laps to actually get past you.
It was an intense battle.
Yeah, it really was. It was so great to watch.
It was. I was just trying absolutely as hard as possible. we actually both did a very similar strategy. To be fair, he did a 3 and I did a 3 as well, and it very, very, very nearly paid off. But hey,
So,
I'll happily take second for a first seasoner.
is that your highest finish so far?
Yes, I believe it is.
Great. Well, it's going to look great on the driver.
I can't remember I can't remember what I got in my first race. It was either third, I think. I think I got third in my first race at the go-kart track.
Oh yeah,
Tsukuba.
What a hell of a race that was. Never again, never again.
Oh, it's side by side between Castle and Phil Babbage.
Yeah, I'm actually watching that right now. I think Phil's got the fresher tyres at the moment. Yeah, Castle's going to have to pit in the next
Castle's
3 or 4
just hit
laps.
the wall.
Oh, and Phil overtakes him. Look at that. Phil up in 6th place, having just pitted.
That's because Castle's just hit the wall and got a penalty as well. It does slow down your momentum going into that first tunnel. If you hit the wall, it's so important that you keep good speed there. It's side by side again between Castle and Phil.
Yeah.
Whoa! Wow!
Yeah, he slipped into the wall there. And
this is absolutely intense.
it really is.
And there's now a battle between BJ Robbo and Astro for third as well.
Let's jump back up to that battle then and see how that's going on. So Astro still has 1.7 seconds of his penalty to serve, but he's holding off BJ Robbo quite well. We know BJ Robbo is very quick around here. Can he get him on track? Oh, he's in the pits. Robbo's
he's in the pit lane.
Here we
He's in the pit. He might try and go to the end from here.
Let's see how much he refuels then.
If he puts in a full tank, I'll say he's going to the end.
Will he be able to do that on super softs, or will it be soft tyres he's put on?
It depends how well you save your tyres, really. I'd say no. He's got to pit again. He's got to pit again. I reckon he'll be in on lap 24.
That's a really late stop for him. For him to pit again as well, because you can definitely take those super soft 7 laps, can't you?
Yes, Shane, it was a very good battle. I very, very much enjoyed it.
I was said that in the chat, has he?
Yeah, he just went, it was a good battle. It was. I enjoyed it. It was a clean battle as well. I've got no problems at all with it.
It was great to spectate. So Castle is still leading Phil Babbage right now. He still has 1.4 seconds of his penalty to serve as well.
It's Tom's leading race at A.
Oh, is he?
It's now it's a battle for the lead here.
So Tom's definitely going to have to pit again pretty soon, and Race Tay is not going to have to pit again soon. He's got half a tank of fuel left and hardly any worn tyres, whereas Tom has got that about half worn on his rear left and about a third worn on his front left. He's going to have to pit soon with less than a quarter tank of fuel. Let's see. Race Tay is going to pit on lap 21 again as well, lap 21, 22. So this is going to be a good battle at the end of the race to see who comes out on top.
Yeah, if you pit now, anytime you pit after now, there's going to be 1 lap less you put in your tank. So that will also figure into battle as well, because then you've either got a little bit of space behind you, or you're behind somebody. If that makes sense.
Yeah, sorry, I was just reading the chat. It seems Spinorama and Tankera are going at it again. Next season, it is going to be a battle that's not going to just happen on track, but off track as well, between Spinorama and Tankera.
Racer Tin, Thomas side by side.
Oh, there's contact! Ooh! They both came out pretty bad there, and Racer Tate's picked up a penalty. Oh, he says 0 seconds. I'm not sure why it's saying he's got a penalty.
Because it'll be less than a tenth of a second for his penalty he's got left to serve.
And he's served that penalty now, I believe. He's not got anything, and he's right behind. I think Racer is just a little bit faster than Tom around this track. And Racer Tay is looking very impatient as well. Tom's rear left is now about 66% worn. Racer Tay has far better tyres. He needs to get ahead of him a lot quicker than he is currently, because he's going to be costing him.
He needs to get ahead for his strategy, because he's run 3 stops. He needs to get into clear air and just push. Whereas I think Astro's looking in pretty good shape sitting in third. He's just sitting watching these two, just thinking, come on, let there be an incident. Oh, this is great defensive driving. Racer T's not quite gone around the outside. Tom's in the pit lane.
Tom's in, and Racer T is going to be allowed to break away now. We know he's a little bit faster than Tom, so he will pull away.
Astro's in the pit lane as well.
Ah, okay.
So he's gonna go to the end from here, I reckon, as well. Let's just see. I reckon it'll be to the end from here.
I think so. Racer Tay's got just over a quarter of a tank of fuel. How many laps can you get out of a quarter tank? Is it 2 or 3?
That'll be... Astro's definitely going to the end. And Tom's definitely going to the end. Here we go, this is going to be interesting. Havoc, I reckon, still got a pit, and I reckon BJ Robbo's still got a pit.
Yeah, Havoc's got about 5 laps of fuel. Yeah, he's gonna have to pit again, but he has changed strategy quite a bit, hasn't he? Because we did expect him to do the 7:14:21. But he's currently got enough fuel and tyres, I believe, to take him to around lap 23.
Astro and Havoc.
Yeah, I've got it. I'm watching it. It's got a yellow. Why have we got...
Rotsky.
Oh, Bog's off! He's spun down in 8th place now! Oh no!
He's now got 9 seconds worth of penalties as well.
Ooh.
This is well and truly end of season, everybody trying to get a good result. Racer T's pitted, he's back out.
And he's back out in 2nd place behind VR right now. So where's Tom? Tom's down in 4th place after his pit. So Racer Tay's going to win this race.
Let's not count any chickens just yet, especially with it being so easy to hit the walls around here.
He's just coming around 4 now. I think let's wait and see, but I think he's good now. VR's going to come into the pits this lap. He's got a 1.5 second penalty to serve as well. We've got another driver in the pits right now. Let's just quickly see who that is. It's Bog and it's Mike, the new guys.
Mick.
So let's jump down. Mick, sorry, Mick. So let's jump down to them. He's down in 12th, 13th now in that Rod and Pollux Fishing Racing team.
He's doing all right, is Mick. He's just focusing on just getting some miles under his belt, which that's all he needs to do.
Are we going to see him next season?
Depends if there's a Division 3. If there's a Division 3, okay. Yes. If not, he's going to be our reserve driver for next season.
Got it. That'll be great to see him racing again now. So that's pushed Racer Tay up to 1st as VR has now pitted. Havoc has come into the pits as well. Let's see where he comes out. He's not going to be near Tom. I think Tom's just...
He's come out ahead of Astro.
And he's still pitting Havoc, he's still stationary. And he's pulling away now. He's come out in 7th behind Phil. Oh, no, 8th. Oh, 7th. There we go. It switched again. He's come out in 7th behind Phil, and he's just ahead of Castle by, well, 26 seconds.
I'd watch out as that of a battle towards the end of the race. Havoc and Phil Babbage as well. And also BJ Robbo's still got a pit as well. He's not going to get the end of the race on that. He'd probably be best off coming in now and getting fresh tyres on before Phil Babbage and Havoc catch up to him.
Yep.
Because there is a bit of a gap between Havoc and Castle.
A big gap.
Where he could slot in.
I just want to point out as well that VR is a reserve driver. I think he's only done 3 races in GTS, and he will be in a new team next season. He had his best finish in Abu Dhabi yesterday in Formula 1 Division 2. He finished 2nd, and he's currently looking at a podium here as well. He's looking at a P3 in GTS. He is one of our most developed drivers of the season. He actually started in Division 3 in Formula 1 this season, and he got moved up because he had some good performance into D2, and he finished 2nd yesterday. He's one of our greatest drivers right now.
Hey, it's nice to see different people up at the top end. It's nice to see the order isn't the same every week.
Absolutely. And I think next season, when we see a lot of the faster guys in the same race together, we're going to have a lot more fun racing. And we've actually got quite a close alignment with the Formula 1 tracks that are in GTS as well. We've got a lot of Formula 1 tracks next season, and these drivers know those tracks inside out as well. So I think that's going to help a lot with the battles that are going to take place next season.
Yeah, and I also think as well, how people being in different cars as well is going to add a new element to it as well. That will be interesting to see how people set up their cars, see.
Sorry, please continue. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I was just going to say it'll just be interesting to see how people set up their cars, and just see how it all develops from there.
Oh no, we've got a Rodden Pollux fishing off. I'm not sure who it was. It was Figgy. Oh, Figgy spun and he's down in last place now. He's getting blue flagged as well as he allows Tom to overtake him. Oh, and Tom, I think Figgy blocked the track slightly there. He spun again. Oh no, not a good day for Figgy.
It's a very, very tough track, especially like I said. It's been tough for Mick as well to make his debut it's such a tough track as well. I haven't said that.
He's doing a 5-point turn in the tunnel. He's managed to get back, but Figgy got stuck Austin Powers style sideways in the tunnel there. But he's managed to get it back around, so good job, Figgy. Good job. Do we get to know a little preview, maybe, if you could give us the top 3 cars that you'd like to choose from next season? Is that too much info, or could you give it us?
It may be just at this stage. nice try. If I was paid a bit more money, I might think about it. But no, I'm not gonna disclose that just yet to the listening pack out there.
But could you at least say it's definitely not the Porsche? Because I've heard a lot of drivers do not want the Porsche again next season.
I don't, personally speaking, I don't see a lot wrong with the Porsche. It's a very good all-rounder. But we're looking at several different things, and I'm not going to confirm or deny absolutely anything.
Sounds like you've had some serious media training there, you know, how to respond to reporters. You've got those answers nailed down, haven't you?
But it is absolutely classified information as well.
Yeah, absolutely. No one wants to give away their strategy, especially because there's so many rivalries between these teams that we may even see some teams just take a car just to take it away from another team. I expect something like that to happen between Spinorama and Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab, for example. These guys always have drama on and off track, and they'll do anything possible to disrupt the running of the other team.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd be very surprised if that was the case. But then again, I'm still relatively new and still getting to know people, so I'd be very, very surprised if that was the case. Meanwhile, Tom and VR are still relatively close.
I'm going to jump to them now just to see. Two seconds, not bad from VR there. Has he got any penalties? He's got 4.2 seconds worth of penalties, and now he's got a back marker, who's going to try and hold up. Oh no, he's letting pass. Astro's through. Astro only has a 1-second penalty, and there's only 2.5 laps to go. VR needs to pull away, or he's going to lose it.
Yeah, he needs to pull away. He's not going to scrub that much of a penalty off in 3 laps, or 2.5 laps in this instance. That's just asking too much.
And look at Racer Tay. He's pulled away 12 seconds. He's got a fastest lap of 109.5 as well. Remarkable.
That's the fastest that I've heard of being done this week. I'm sure Shane might correct me on that one, but I'm definitely thinking that that's the fastest that I've heard of this week.
I'm not sure. I can't remember what Shane's fastest time was, but I don't think it was as fast as that. A 109.5. What a lap! When did he put that in? Let's have a look. He put that in on lap 22. So that was as soon as he came out of the pits. So that fresh rubber, a little bit of a heavy car with the fuel, but still he put in a great lap. Well done. And he's pulled away another 2 seconds. He's 13.5 seconds ahead of Tom right now as well in that Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab. So we're coming up to the final lap. Race Tay is just coming around the middle of the second sector right now, coming through the chicane at 6, 7 and 8. We've had a very interesting race. We've seen lots of carnage between these drivers. As you say, gloves off, final race of the season. Guys just want to get that track position at the end of the race and wait to see what the stewards decide in terms of penalties. I can imagine there's going to be a fair few penalties in Discord this week because of how much contact and spins and penalties there have been, but yeah, we'll go easy.
I think Platypus is trying to take the record in terms of penalties. He's sitting on 10.7 at the minute.
Oh, has he done it? What position is he in? Let's try and find him.
He's on 13.
Oh, 13.7. Bock and Coles win the penalty championship right now. 13.7 seconds. Never thought I'd see the day.
Well done. I'm going to nickname him Matt Letitia for the week.
That was a good one.
But again, like I said, I think Mick's done a very good job in 11th. He's just looked after his car, tried to just drive, and that's exactly what he needed to do for this week.
Absolutely.
Just pick up miles under a race.
So Racer Tay's pulled out another second. He's now 14.8 seconds ahead. I think he's trying to go for fastest lap again. He's not going to be able to do it on those tyres because that left rear is around 66% worn and he's on flashing red fuel, so he's going to have to take it easy in the last... Well, he's only got 3 corners left, I suppose. He's on corner 10 out of 12 right now, so he's going to be just fine. This is his second or third race win here in GTS. He was the first driver to get the Triple Crown at OFR as well, winning a Formula 1, GTS and Dirt Rally race. He's about to cross the line in first place, picking up a healthy 26 points provisionally for Spinorama. Well done, Racer Tay. Next up is going to be Tom in the Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab, who's just coming through turn 11 and 12 right now. I don't think he's going to be close to getting the fastest lap. Let's see if he can do it on his final lap, but it is a 109.5 he has to beat, and he's got a heavily worn tyres. I don't think he's going to do it. No, he's not, but he still gets 18 points for Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab. Next up is VR, who's going to get jumped in the end. Yes, he is, by Astro. Astro moving up in the team default to third place there. VR getting 4th, Phil Babbage, another great finish in the block and calls there, getting 5th, and 6th place is going to be Havoc for Spinorama, so some more much needed points for Spinorama there. Well done. Next up is going to be BJ Robber in the Rich Energy Golden Arrows as he crosses the line in 7th place, and finally it's going to be Castle and Bog as we see another driver spinning. That might be Figgy at turn 9 there, but I'm going to stick with Castle for now, who has a 2.4 second penalty to serve as he comes around the final corner now for Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab, picking up 4 points for his team. He is 5.4 seconds ahead of Bogrovsky, however, and Bogrovsky still has 10 seconds worth of penalties to serve anyway, so he's not going to be able to jump Castle there. But what a great race, and that's it for GTS as well. That's the season over. It was our first season, and I think we did a hell of a good job. Lots of action, lots of great battles throughout the entire season, and really looking forward to the split divisions next season that starts in just 3 weeks' time. Are you excited?
I'm looking forward to it, very, very much so. Going to be my first full season, so yes, I'm very much looking forward to that indeed.
Great. So there we see Racer Tay in his Spinorama livery and his Spinorama suit as well. You can see the OFR logo on that. It's very nice to see as he takes first place. So thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in for a great season. And we're going to have many a special event throughout the next 3 weeks, possibly 5 or 6 a week, split over Dirt, F1 and GTS. So make sure you do tune in for those because we are going to be spectating them as well. There's going to be lots of pre-season events that are going to determine what teams and cars drivers are going to get next season for both F1 and GTS. So yeah, do look out for our live streams, and we'll keep you updated at onlineformularacing.co.uk. Thanks very much, guys, and see you after the break.